National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. And it's coming up next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
About set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
This has to go down to one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua sets up to pass it. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
A run with Mostert up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Chase Edmonds, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Steps away to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Personal foul.
Let's check in with our referee.
Defense.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And some space here. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there, big fumble. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now Herbert following the turnover. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got by he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up for about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown! Mike Williams had a touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes Raheem Mostert in the Miami offense. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And going to blitz is a 7-yard loss on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Going up top. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on the roll. This drive continues to push forward.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Herbert off of play action. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Quick. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once more, here's Eckler. And some room to work. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown, Chargers! Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception for Justin Herbert as they have taken the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jalen Waddle. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's Williams on the catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. Touchdown!
Mike Williams
with their second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are once again back in front. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, Michel. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 39, Tua to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and 3rd and 1 now.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Ooh, the juke. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Tua now on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 14. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have yet again retaken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Sanders on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
There's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 23. The drive starts with a completion, left side.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Play action. It's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Herbert now. It's complete to Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett there to make the grab as his guys have now moved out in front.
That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Tua. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Tua with a throw brought in by Hill. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua
out to the right here to Wilson.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Tua. Buying time to his left. And Wilson with it, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end Mike Gesicki. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Miami. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. The 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. Dances by him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tua. And that is incomplete here.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Draw play, Edmonds. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Tua going to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Tua sets up to pass it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Yeah, 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Here we go with Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And boy, boys, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone say, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They'll run for it with Eckler, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
Miami set to take over.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running the counter with Mostert. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's third down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away and trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert now. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And Allen's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. On 3rd down, Michel. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return, Carter. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man and he hits him. Oh no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Now Herbert. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot, he took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air.
And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The LA offense ready for this next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards there from number 15.
It's definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon, and that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Draw play. It's Eckler. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. It's Eckler again. And he loses the football a second time. And the Dolphins have got it. And And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Tua. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Tua now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua to throw again. On the right side, open is Gesicki. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Chargers.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert on first down now. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Herbert. Caught by Allen. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain at 24. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Herbert going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Gerald Everett. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michel. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers down by a field goal, less than 90 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now Herbert. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing, Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Still time to go for the win, but they've got to get up and spike it quickly. Herbert. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to an Egos Tua, and that should just about do it. Normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.